Hi, this is Toby, and welcome to the end of year channel and garden update. So before I like to start, I like to say that this channel has made some great improvements this year. I finally got the channel monetized and I've rebranded the channel, and I have been releasing more videos with better series and quality. I do hope you guys really enjoy that, and I do have some videos planned for next year, and I will show you how the plants in those videos are doing right now before I upload those videos, because they're still in the process of being recorded. But let's start with a garden tour. So first, I'm going to start here with my orchids. I've got my Dendrobium speciosum that I got from the Australian Orchid Nursery. Now, in case you don't know, their nursery sadly closed because their owners retired, I believe. But this orchid did get some sort of weird disease over the wet, rainy period we had earlier this year, or this season I should say, and it did grow a new pseudobulb. This is new growth. It's a bit diseased, but it's still new growth. I don't know why it's not taking in water as efficiently. I've watered it many times and the old pseudobulbs are still very shriveled. It hasn't grown any new roots this season either, so I think something's happened to the roots. But I have quarantined my plant. This wasn't going to be here. It was going to be over there, but it was too hot today, so I moved it here. I have a Dendrobium kingianum mount. That will be in a future video. This is doing well. There's new pseudobulbs growing. I've got an assortment of Dendrobium orchids here. They're all Aussie natives and hybrids of Aussie natives, and they've been doing really well. There will be videos on those. My cactus seedlings, they're doing well. The Astrophytums and the Phralias doing really well. And I do have one Eriocyte seedling here, so that's okay. Not too much going on here. These are some of my pre-bonsai trees that I've just been working on. My ficus, some shadier succulents, or some succulents I put in the shade. My gasterias, my Syningia pelata, doing really well this year. Look at all the flowers. Something did fall off my bench on the top and knock one of the stems off, but it doesn't really matter. It will grow back. Nice, lovely flowers. This is Euphorbia flanaganii. Also doing really well. Look at the flowers, so much more buds waiting to bloom. So very healthy plant. I also repotted into a better looking pot. My climbing onions, Balia volubilis. I may have underwatered these a bit because the tips are a bit dry, but they're doing fine. They're growing a lot this season. All of them are alive. I have some stuff on this shelf. Let's go on this shelf now. So we're gonna go on this shelf now. Got my Schlumbergeras here. I've got a new Schlumbergera. This large one was actually one that someone left in front of my house and no one wanted to pick it up. So I kind of just took it in. It wasn't in too good of a condition, but I kind of patched it up and it looks a lot better now. All these plants are doing fine. I do have another Dendrobium kingianum I'm mounting here. Got another Dendrobium there. This is Dendrobium tetragonium melaleucophyllum. I've got my other Dendrobium from my unboxing Dendrobium videos here, the variegated one, and that's doing really well. Not much going down in the middle shelf. I have a few more cactus seedlings and other seedlings going on. Those will be in a future video. I've got my Clivia seedlings. They're doing really well. Only one leaf so far. I have my Fralia grayliana seedlings in here. So let's see if I can open up for you. There they are, looking very healthy. The epiphyllum area, most plants are doing quite well. Bit of slug and snail damage, you can see some on the tips, and that's just really annoying because this whole stem will just stop growing if the tip gets damaged. Even on the angleger, the epiphyllum angleger, if the slug or caterpillar eats the tip, it stops growing. But I do have some new growth on these, so they're doing fine. More epiphyllum cuttings on the way. I will make a comprehensive video on how to propagate epiphyllums from cuttings next year, and that video is in the way of being produced. I just need to wait for these cuttings to grow a bit more. You can see a lot of them have already started to grow and take, so that's good. The epiphyllums here doing really well, new growth. The ones that are fruiting the fruit are very healthy right now. The large one there, and the Pegasus fruit I think is the largest of them all. Look at how round that is. So they're doing well. The trees and pre-bonsai, the videos on them will be out more towards autumn and winter because there isn't really much content for me to make other than this. So I will save them for the winter months so you guys have something to watch during winter if you're in the southern hemisphere. But these trees are all doing quite well. Don't know why the maples are still red. I think it was because we only had warm days at the start of this week. Before this week, it was still very cold. Night temperature is only around 12 degrees, so the trees weren't really used to it. But other than that, they should be very healthy. My trees, they're looking fine. It's got a few more trees here and stuff. We're going to the greenhouse now. Most of my cacti are doing really well. Echinopsis subdeniodata. This is probably doing the best right now. So many buds developing. Most of my cacti did pretty well. I think my Ubomania Guininji got a bit of cold damage when the nights were a bit cold, but other than that, everything else is doing really well. I will make a video on this. There's my Frailea grayliana. More buds are produced. More buds are being produced on Frailea stereoides as well. I might make a video on that in the future, but everything in here is doing really well. My desert rose from those videos, look at how healthy it looks. Got my other two desert rose there as well. Smooth that blade of grass so you can see. Everything's doing really well in the greenhouse. So let's go to this growing area now. Got a few more different types of acacia seedlings on the way. This is Acacia cultriformis. You can see the phyllodes are just starting to form. This is Acacia dianii. The phyllodes have not started to form on this. And I'm not sure what those two types of acacias are. This one and that one. The pines I grew in that one video, they're not doing the best. I know it's a bit weedy here, but they're just not doing the best for some reason. I've got my flame tree seedlings. I was gonna make a video on this, but I didn't have enough clips, so I had to cancel that. The bean trees, they're doing well. Bottle trees, I still have a few remaining. I did give a lot of them away, but I still have a few remaining. My acacia pre-bonsai, still developing really well. My bunyias, they're also doing really well. I did get another one germinating this season from before, and I didn't take because it did germinate last season, but the top never came out, and that happens with the bunyias. So I left it and it grew this year, so that's good. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 trees now. So this is my other cactus growing area. If it rains, if it's sunny, they just get exposed to the elements. They seem to be doing quite well. My cacti here, you can see they're all doing quite well. My maple, I did prune it this season. I did plant a bean there and it's grown up, but the maple's doing well this season. My trees here, most of them are doing quite well. The ginkgo is doing quite well. The Japanese maples, the Metasequoia pre-bonsai is in the corner. I did prune it up and it's just starting to grow back. I may have to weed it again soon. My bottle tree for some reason has not started growing yet this season, quite late. I did have a few nectarines this season, but they seem to get a bit damaged by the rain, and this one kind of got eaten by something, so don't think I can actually eat that. Maybe the one at the back I might be able to eat. It's getting soft. I think I might just pick that. Yeah. Don't know if I'm gonna be able to eat that or not. Didn't get a good harvest on any of my fruit trees this year because there was just too much rain, and even the mango tree in the front had fungal issues. My hanging baskets, I got 3. I have a skull plant here that I add wire to make it hang in. That will be in a different video. My Clyster cactus winterii, this is bloomed for me this season, and you should have seen it in the YouTube shorts. I will make more YouTube shorts on my cacti blooming when more of them bloom. My monkey's tail, there will be a separate video out on this when it finishes growing this season, but it has grown a lot. Last season it was just one tail and I had to cut the top off because something damaged it. And this is almost all of its new growth. And it's just a large butterfly right there. It's a very large butterfly. But this is all new growth. I have what remains of my summer flowering bulbs here, the dahlias. I think I only have one gladiolus left. And I have this, I can't remember what this was called. I think it was a lily. You can see the snow peas are still growing somehow because it wasn't hot enough for them to die back. But now that these days are getting hotter, I think they will die back soon. But we did have a cold start to this season and the crops did not do well. The chilies are still tiny. The only thing that did really well are these beans. You can see so many beans being produced, but everything else didn't do that well. Even the tomatoes, they suffered from the cold weather as well, and they just didn't take off. Pre-bonsai garden, I did prune the trees back, and I will lift, I think, all of them next season. They've been in there for a long time, and I will replace them with some other trees to thicken up. But anyways, I think that's about it for this update. So I will take you back. So I hope you enjoyed this end of year update. I don't think I missed anything, but anyways, I'd like to thank all my viewers and subscribers for an amazing year on this channel. We did grow a lot on this channel in terms of views and subscribers and progress, and that will continue next year. But anyways, thanks for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below and I will answer them. But anyways, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.